Hello and welcome to Tekkit for beginners. This will be just a short tutorials going through the basics of Tekkit Classic and Tekkit Lite as well, and sometimes separating them into the different objects. First day for beginners is power. Now you're going to need power to do anything. Now the machines here are Buildcraft machines, except for these. These are a different mod for Tekkit Lite. So first things first, these redstone engines. These redstone engines are made with wood, glass, wooden gear, and piston. To make a wooden gear, it's literally sticks, and then to make a piston, it's literally two cobblestone, 3 wood on top, iron, and redstone. Now that would power pipes really to like take items out or take water out, such as a tank or something like that. They will never explode no matter what temperature they get to. They will never ever explode. You can turn them on and off simply with a redstone signal like that. So that will turn them on and off. You can't re-power much of them. In Tekkit Classic you can power pumps with them, and they're very effective there. But other than that, not really able to really power a quarry to its full extent, etc. Now the next thing is this. In Tekkit Lite it's called a Stirling engine. In Tekkit Classic it's called a steam engine. It's powered by coal or combustibles, such as I think it's coal coke, sapling, etc. And is powered by redstone signal. So to make that, you simply need cobblestone, stone gear, which is literally a wooden gear surrounded by cobblestone, a piston and a piece of glass, and you get a Stirling engine. Now the Stirling engine should produce around about, I think it was, not much, but around about 5 or less Michael Jacksons or MJ Buildcraft energy per tick. But I worked out to around about 1500 EU per 60 seconds it will produce once it's full of fuel. Now next thing is these combustion engines here. There's 3 of them. They run on lava, oil or fuel, and the thing is with the combustion engines, you must keep them cooled at all time. If they overheat they will explode. As you can see here, they're all green at the moment because they're full of water. Green is stable temperature, and this is the optimum temperature which they run at, is green. If they go to red and yellow, such as what the redstone engines are doing now, they will explode and cause quite a bit of damage. Now in Tekkit Classic you need to use a pump to pump water into them via these waterproof pipes, which I'll get into later on in another tutorial. But these are simply just part of Buildcraft, just pipes like that, and you want waterproof pipes like that. You know, this is an iron waterproof pipe here. Stone one is literally stone pipe plus waterproofing, which is cactus green, which is made from cactus in a in a furnace, and the pipe is literally just 2 iron plus 1 you get 8. It's really simple. But in Tekkit Lite you are lucky because you get something called an aqueous accumulator, which you make like this. It's literally glass, tin, pneumatic servo, machine frame. Pneumatic servo, piss easy like that. 2 iron, 2 glass, 1 redstone. The frame is even easier. 4 glass, 4 iron, 1 gold, and you can have forever flowing water. Now the combustion engine is made with iron, glass and a piston, and iron gear as well, which is literally a stone gear surrounded by iron. So that's how to make them. Now if you run it on lava, 1 bucket lava will produce 1 Michael Jackson per tick for 20,000 ticks. 1 oil bucket will produce 3 Michael Jacksons per tick for 20,000 ticks. 1 fuel bucket will produce 6 Michael Jacksons per tick for 100,000 ticks. Now fuel is refined from oil using a refiner. I'll get into that in another tutorial. This is just showing you the power options you have. So as long as you've got them filled with fuel and filled with water, they will continue running for other things. So for example, the lava will produce 2000 EU per 60 seconds. Now I'm using EU because most of the machines you'll be using will use EU, so I'm just using this as a basis at the moment. So approximately 2000 EU for every minute. Now oil produces 9000 EU, approximately 9000 EU per minute, and fuel, which is the most efficient, produces 14,000 EU per minute as well. So that's pretty good. So that's really the Buildcraft parts. Now these are part of another mod, which is part of Tekkit Lite, which helps you connect like different mods together. For example, this is Buildcraft. This is Industrial Craft, and they link other mods. So in Tekkit Lite, these are the ones you use. In Tekkit Classic, you use something called an energy link to link them up. Now, next one, let's talk about the Industrial Craft. Now, the main Industrial Craft power supplies are solar panel, light voltage solar array, multi voltage solar array, and high voltage solar array. Now, to make these, solar panel is one of the most easiest. It's literally coal dust, glass, electric circuit. To make an electric circuit, it's literally copper, refined iron, and redstone. And generator is literally that, and an iron furnace. Iron furnace is literally just 8 refined iron, 8 iron in a block. Now, to make this is where it gets expensive. So that makes one. Now you got to make 8 of them solar panels just to make one low voltage solar array. Now you're gonna need 8 low voltage solar arrays just to make one medium volt solar array, and then to make a high voltage solar array you need 8 multi-voltage solar arrays. So it gets expensive as further go up, but the thing is, the further you go up, the better it gets. For example, in the solar panel, it takes 5 minutes to make 10,000 EU. Low voltage solar array, 10,000 EU comes in 1 minute. Medium voltage solar array, 10,000 EU in 8 seconds, and the high voltage solar array is 10,000 EU in 1 second. So that is the most efficient, and they collect into the power supplies, which can be a bat box, MFE, or an MSFU. All depends on what you're using. For this one, you use a bat box for this. For this one, you can use a bat box. For this one, you've got to use an MFSE because the power that's coming out is going to be higher, and you've got to use an MSFU, MFSU if you can use it in high voltage. Now, to make these, bat box will hold 40,000 EU and emit at low voltage, 32 EU. The MFE will hold 60,000 EU and emit at 128 EU per tick, which is medium voltage, and the MFSU will hold 1 million EU and emit at 512 EU per tick, which is high voltage. Now, to make these, to make the black box, you just need copper wire, 3R batteries, which is literally tin, redstone, and copper, and you need 3 of them, and China wood, and you get a bat box. Now the MFE is a lot more expensive though. You need 2 insulated need 2 insulated gold cable using rubber. Rubber bar is part of Tekkit. Rubber is part of Tekkit Classic. I'll be going through how to get rubber, etc., and how to make it better and better. Now you need these things called an energy crystal. Now these freaking aren't cheap. You need 1 diamond and 8 redstone just to make an energy crystal, and you need 4 of them, so you need 4 diamonds just to make an MFE. Now the thing is, once you've done that, to make an MSFU, you need MFE. So you've already used 4 diamonds, but then you got to make 6 of these. 6 of these is literally an energy crystal, so 6 more diamonds, and electric circuit surrounded by lapis. So already used 10 just to get an MSFU. The rest of it is just literally advanced machine block, which is literally advanced machine block, which is literally a machine block, which is 9 refined iron, and literally advanced pallet, and advanced alloy, carbon plate, raw carbon mesh from raw carbon fiber, and 4 coal dust. The advanced alloy is mixed metal ingot in a compressor, with refined iron top, bronze in the middle, and tin in the bottom. To make bronze, that's the new way. To make bronze dust, you need either copper dust, 3 copper dust, and 1 tin dust, and you get 2 of that. So that will make that. Let's make it sunny again, so I don't have to sit here explaining. But there are other power supplies. For example, you've got this windmill, which makes 1.3 EU per tick, but it has to be a level 126 or higher, so there is chance of damage. There is, but it's not very good. To make a windmill is really, really simple. Generator in the middle, surrounded by 4 iron ingots. Next one is the water mills. Now this is different between Tekkit Classic and Tekkit Lite. In Tekkit Lite, you can only produce water mills, and they will produce 250 EU per 60 seconds, and you can place them underwater and they will produce power. Where in Tekkit Classic, you need to pump water in them to make power, and there also is another block called water strainer, which is more powerful than this, and you make it using water mill. Now I'll produce a tutorial for that another time, and it'll show you how to produce a water strainer plant, which can produce quite a bit of water very easily and very cheaply. To make that, you literally just get a generator minnow surrounded by 4 blocks of wood and 4 sticks, and that gives you 2 water mills. Now, the most efficient probably way other than solar is geothermal generator. Now, this will produce 20,000 EU per lava bucket lava cell, and it will come in 20,000 EU per 50 seconds, which is pretty damn good. I don't think, and that's just an image for few. So, literally put a bucket in there, produces power, done deal. To make this isn't even that hard. Literally 2 refined iron, 1 generator, 2 glass, and an empty cell. To make an empty cell, I keep pressing the wrong button. To make an empty cell, it's just 14. You get 16 of them, and you literally just connect it up to an MSFUSU, and it'll just power it for as long as you want. So as long as you get an infinite lava source, you're classy. Now it can be used in both Tekkit Lite and Tekkit Classic. Now next, blue electricity. Now this can only be used with blue electricity machines, such as alloy furnaces, etc. And these are thermopiles. These produce power by the difference in temperature. Underneath this thermopile is a block of lava, around it is water, and then it will produce power like this all the way along into this bat box. Now there's 2 bat boxes. You've got this bat box and you've got this bat box. Now don't confuse them, because this one will only take blue electricity cable and power, while the other one will take EU. Now how to make a thermopile is literally a blue dope wafer, blue alloy ingot surrounded by copper and iron. To make the alloy ingot, you need to put alloy furnace, tin and nickelite, and that will produce a blue alloy ingot. To make the blue dope wafer, oh fuck's sake, wrong button. How do I keep, what am I clicking? I don't know. There we go. To make this, you need silicon wafer and nickelite in an alloy furnace. To make the silicon wafer, you need a silicon boil and a diamond handsaw. To make this, you literally an alloy furnace, coal and sand. And away you go. To make the battery box, you literally just need these BT batteries, which I'll show you in a minute how to make. Wood, 3 iron and 1 blue alloy ingot. Now to make the battery, there's literally nickelite, tin and 2 copper, and away you go. And to make the wire which connects them all, you need blue alloy ingot and just any coloured wall around it, and you make 12 of them. Now the other blue electricity power is solar panels, which are here, which these are really easy to make. As you can see here, it's this literally blue dope wafer surrounded around with a blue alloy ingot, and that's just connected up to a bat box. Now that's blue electricity power. This hasn't really changed between either Tekkit Classic or Tekkit Lite, so nothing really saying. Now this mod is factorization and is only available in Tekkit Lite. So these are solar turbines and must be placed over a endless water source to work, and they use power and these reflective mirrors reflect light into them to make them work. Now to make this, it's literally glass fan motor, mirror is silver surrounded by a glass plane. To make the motor, magnet, which is quite hard to make, industrial coil as well is hard to make, iron ingots, and lead, which is just made from lead ore. Fan is most simplest thing to make, which is just iron in a cross. The thing is just clay in the middle surrounded by lead, and if I just click on this, lead ore into lead ingot. The magnet is rather annoying. To put iron in the middle surrounded by lead wire and put a BT block at the bottom, which is full charge or medium charge. The only thing to charge it, you need a solar panel array to charge it, which I'm not too sure how that works. But to make the battery, iron, lead, sulfuric acid is made. I don't know what's going on. I'll click the R button. Is water, 2 gunpowder and 1 coal. Now you won't have this in Tekkit Classic, but in Tekkit Lite you will have it, but you can only use it with the factorization machines. You can. So really all you got to worry about is really this one, Tekkit Classic and Lite. This can be used for Tekkit Classic and Lite, and Tekkit Classic and Lite, and this one can be used for Tekkit Lite. So that has been Tekkit for beginners power. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please keep tuned for other tutorials I'll be doing. Anyway people, keep calm and have a nice day with everyone. Always keep calm and grow a beard. Bye bye people. Bye bye.